Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can send emails from Google Sheets and how you can schedule them so they automatically send every hour or every day, however frequently you want. And in this example, I'm going to use my stock tracking sheet that I set up in an earlier video to send this out every day after the market closes. If you're interested in setting this up, refer to the other video that I made about this. I'll leave a link in the description so you can follow along and create your own template if you want, where you can track stocks, the latest news, all in one sheet and in an easy to read format for your mobile phone. I purposely set it to be fairly narrow so that you can easily view it on your phone. And this is a template that I use frequently as an easy way to track stock market. So let's talk about scheduling these emails, because a big advantage of scheduling emails, especially in this case, is I want to be able to send this file to myself every single day after the market closes. I don't want to, rely on having to check it every day. Like if I want to go back at a certain day and see, okay, what was the big trending stock on the markets back on, March 17th, March 16th, or whatever the most recent trading day was, I can go back into here and into my email and pull that report in there to see which stocks were doing well and what the latest news on the market was that day. So to set that up, we can go into using Google Apps Script to send emails automatically. And so here's how we can set that up. So for starters, let's go to extensions and Apps Script, and that's going to open up the code for Google Apps Script. If you don't know how to code in Google Sheets, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you the code and you can just plug it in to your spreadsheet and adjust it based on your needs. And I'll leave a link in the description for this video as well to a post related to setting this up, and you can just follow along there. So I'm going to show you what the code is, walk you through it, and show you how we can adjust it so it works for you. So I'm going to replace the code that's already in here. This is the default that you'll see when you open up AppScript. I'm going to paste in my function. So my main function is called send stock summary. So it's setting the spreadsheet to the active spreadsheet that I've got. And then I'm setting my active sheet to the stocks tab. And I'm selecting my range, so B1 to F100. So if I go back to my file, back to my sheet, you'll notice it starts from B1 all the way to F100. So I want to make sure I grab, it actually goes a little bit further than that. So you can adjust the range based on how big your file is or the data that you want to copy. Now, if I go back into here, I've got my recipient. This is my email, so I put in my own email. You can, of course, change this, and we'll set this up to a variable as well, so you could have an easier place to adjust it if you want to make that change within your spreadsheet. I've got the subject called Stock Market Update, and here I'm setting it up as a PDF, which is going to make sure that the formatting stays intact. So it's going to display exactly as if I was looking at it on the spreadsheet, because if you don't set it up as a PDF and formatting accordingly, then it's not going to display correctly or the way that you see it when you look on your Google Sheets spreadsheet. And then we've got the statement to actually send the email. So use the Mail app. So it's going to send it from your Google account, send email. So we're going to use the recipient specified here. We've got the subject, and we're going to attach the PDF that we created up here. So the PDF itself is not very complicated, referencing the spreadsheet, the sheet, and the range that we want to pull in to create this PDF. So you're creating the PDF and then immediately attaching it to your email. So that's the main macro. So it's not a whole lot in there. And here we've got the function to export it as a PDF. So we're using these arguments in here. And so we're referencing the sheet ID, the spreadsheet ID. We're setting the URL equal to this main URL for Google Sheets, for Google Docs, and the spreadsheet ID, and setting to export as a PDF. And so this is the code to set it up. So we've got portrait, all these margin adjustments, and then returning this get blob function, and it's setting that name to spreadsheet data. Obviously, you can change that to a different name, but the idea is we're calling this PDF function here, and that's going to link us into here. So it's pulling these variables, the spreadsheet the sheet, and the range. So again, I'll have this saved so you don't have to worry about it if you don't understand it. That's basically just how it works. So this function is creating the PDF. It's getting called from here, and then it gets immediately attached to this when it gets sent. So as you can see, not a very complicated macro in terms of sending it. The most complex part is really just setting up that PDF, but here we're making it easy, referencing a separate function to pull in what we need. So now, before we actually test this out, we can't actually run this yet. We first have to save this project to the drive. And then once we do that, now we can run it. So if you want to run it from here, you can just ensure you've got your correct function. So send stock summary, that's what I want to use. I'm going to click the run button, and it's going to run this function for me now. And so I need to review the permissions, make sure it's authorized, and I allow it because I'm sending emails. So this is the account that I'm logged into. Click advanced, go to untitled, unsafe, and it's going to ask to allow the permission. So obviously sending emails, a very important thing to make sure that we're setting it up correctly. So it's executed, started, it's completed, so no errors. That means it went correctly. So now let's check in my email. So this is the email that it's sent. So you can see stock market update. It's sent from my Gmail account that I was logged into. So that's important to consider where your email is going to be sent out from when you're setting up those permissions. That's the email that it's going to come from. So now I've got my PDF. I open it up. And so exactly as I've got it set up on my spreadsheet, it's right in here set up, and I download it. And it's got all the same details. Now the links are not, actually they are clickable in here as well, so that's a really cool thing. So we've got all the details that we have right in our spreadsheet. So it's basically taking a snapshot of our spreadsheet and sending it to us by that macro. So really cool functionality to set up, especially if you're dealing with any sort of information that you want to sort of timestamp and log to see exactly at what point in time what that looked like. And by having it in our email, we can see exactly, or we can easily pull that up by referencing that date and the email at that point in time. But now let's change a few things. The first is let's change the recipient, because right now I've got it hard coded into the code, and this is not ideal if you want to make any changes later on to the recipient, or potentially you want to have a macro set up so it's sending to different emails. We can change that by setting up a variable in here. So to do that, I'm going to set up a section here for email. Let's say I'm just going to type in email, and I'm going to put in my own email here at HowtoExcel.net. And so I've got my email there. This is in cell I3. So I'm going to go back into the code, and so I'm going to comment this one out. So 2 backslashes, so that code's not going to run. Just to remember what I've set it up there. So I'm going to use var variable recipient, and in this case now I'm going to do reference sheet 1, which is my main sheet that's got the stocks, which I've got there. I'm going to select get range and reference I3. That was the value where I entered in my email. And then dot get value, open and close, parentheses. Now I've got that. So now it's referencing that email, so I can change it from right within there. So now, before I can run the macro, I want to save it and then run again. And now, started. And it's completed. So it worked correctly. So we know that email has run, and so it's going to be in my email box as well. And I've got my notification that it's been received. So it's working correctly, and that makes it a whole lot easier to make the changes. You can just make them right here, and now it's a lot easier to adjust the code if you need to. Actually, you don't have to adjust the code. You can just change it on here, and your code is pulling in the value from here. Now, one thing I promised was I'm going to show you how to automate setting these emails, because right now I'm manually triggering and running these emails or these functions from here. I'm going in here, run. This is not really ideal, but there is a way we can make Google Sheets do this for us. So if you go onto the side here, you'll see there's options here for triggers. If I go under here, I can create a new trigger. So down on the bottom right hand corner, there's an option to add a trigger. And so I can select which function I want to run. So ensure you're selecting the right one. I want to run the main one, which is the send the stock summary. And then these other options we can leave the same. The event source is going to be time driven. And by time driven, now we can specify, do we want even a minutes timer. We can set an hour timer. If you want this to be sent every hour, you could do that, every 12 hours. Entirely up to you. What I like to do is select a day timer. And so select the time of day. So I'm on the West Coast, so the market closes at 1 p.m. So I set it so 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So it's not an exact time. And normally I get my emails at around maybe 106, 107, sometimes 115. So it's not an exact time that it's going to run. I'm not sure if it's sitting in the queue with other emails in Google Sheets that are time driven, but that's how we can set it up. And then once you're done, you hit the save button. And then what it's going to do is every single day now, it's going to run this macro. And so we've got that in there. So if you decide at a later time you don't want it, you want to edit it, or you want to delete it, you can do that as well. But once it's in here, now it's going to run automatically. Now I don't want this one to run because this is a separate sheet that I've got. So I'm going to click this to delete the trigger, and it's gone. But it's easy enough to just add this as well. And as you can see, it's really easy to add these triggers and apply them to different functions. So if you've got multiple functions in your Google Sheets spreadsheet, you can create them in here, create the triggers, and set different functions to run at different times. So if there's different reports you wanted to do, you could do that as well, to have certain ones run more frequently than others, or perhaps both at the same time, whatever it is you want. But as you can see, not a terribly difficult process to set up with this code. There's a few lines of code on here that send the email. These are really the only lines that are really crucial to sending the email. The rest of it, this is generating the PDF. This is, in this case, setting in the recipient. This one I can actually remove since I've replaced that. And so the rest of it is just setting it up to ensure that you're setting the right sheet, the right range, the right email, right subject, creating a PDF, which is calling this function, and then attaching that PDF right away and sending it. So it's a really cool way to automate this and to basically have a log, have a historical log. You can go back and see these reports that you're sending out of Google Sheets back in time. But just looking at your email, you're not relying on saving it anywhere but your email. And the one thing that's important though is it's going to be sent from your Gmail account, so you want to make sure that you're logged in. You've set it up based on the account you wanted to send it from, in case that's a potential issue. But not a terribly difficult process to set up. I'll save you the code on my site so you can reference it and reuse it, and just make the modifications that you want, such as changing the subject, whatever ranges you have based on your data sheet. But a really useful feature, especially in Google Sheets, that can save you a whole lot of time and ensure that you're not having to manually do this, and you can go back in and basically have a snapshot of your report at that specific day and time. So that's a wrap for this video. If you did like it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.